Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got for you right now. If you like those Mercedes Benz from the mid 2000s that you may not really recognize too much, because it was not like the most remembered Mercedes or the one that was sold worldwide. No, it wasn't. Well, let's get to the point. Let's see what we got for you right now. We have for you right now a 143 scale Mercedes Benz B Class. Now, what can we say about this nice looking, what was it called? A small minivan or it's like a little bit of everything. It's like a Kia Soul type of car, Kia Soul or Nissan Cube. But this was the first generation of the Mercedes-Benz B-Class that came out in 2004 all the way down to 2011. Okay? Now, when I said at the beginning of the video, this is not a car that was exported everywhere. No, it wasn't. Example, in USA, we never had this car. I think in Canada they did, if I'm not fully mistaken. I'm 10 I'm like 50-50 with Canada, but I'm sure that we did not have this car in United States, which is a shame. I think it would have done pretty well. 2005 actually was still a little early, but in 2010 that's when Kia Soul came out, and that it was a boom. It was a big hit. But we already had a few, how they call these cars. I would say like multi-use because you can use it. It's like a bit of a hatchback with a little bit of the height of an SUV, or not an SUV, of the height of a minivan. So it's a bit of everything. And I think it's very practical. Some people like not big cars, but you like cars that you can sit higher above. And this is the type of car that these cars will fall into. And they look practical. They're squarish, even though this one looks pretty rounded, but they're more practical, like hatchback that you could fit more. But since it's a higher vehicle, there's more space. It's a quite nice looking car. Even the and Mercedes Benz always gonna be in the luxury side, and this is definitely looks premium. Now let's talk about engines on this nice looking car. You had a petrol or gas, however you call it. You had a 1.5, a 1.7, 2.0, and a 2.0 turbo. Okay, and then you got the diesel engines. You had a 2.0 turbo. All of these were four cylinders. This is a pretty small car, about the same size, like I said, about Kia Soul or Nissan Cube. If you're familiar with the vehicles, more or less about that type of car. It looks like I've never seen one in person, but from what I've seen in pictures, more or less it falls into that. Transmissions, you only had no automatics. That's quite surprising. You only had a 5-speed manual or a 6-speed manual CVT. Hey, again, this car was not sold everywhere, so that makes a big difference on the transmissions. Maybe that's one big reason why this car was never sold in the United States. In the United States, transmission is a big, automatics are very big here. And if you cannot provide an automatic as the transmission, you want to start thinking twice. Not everyone likes driving stick shift. United States is very different, like in Europe. Europe is the opposite. Not everyone likes to drive automatics. Here, I would say about 70% of the cars sold, I would probably say even higher, about 75 to 80% of the cars sold new are automatics. All right. And by the way, so just so you know, I'm reading a little bit more above. It says that this car was sold in Europe, Australia, and other parts of the world starting in spring of 2000. 2005, and it was sold in Canada, like I said before. I do remember seeing a few Canadians that crossed the border in this one. Now that I said before, I didn't see one in person. Actually, I did. I remember once I saw one. And Canada was starting to be sold in the fall of 2005. Okay, and it was marketed globally except in the USA, where it was unable to price. Oh, I see why it was not sold in USA. It was where it was unable to price match the vehicle for profit. We got tariffs, and when it comes to Mercedes Benz, you're always in a higher class level. I'm guessing that's one of the main reasons. I thought transmissions would have been a big issue if that did not provide a transmission option, like a automatic option. All right, guys, I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So what do you guys think about this nice looking Mercedes Benz? I found it very attractive. Sad it was not sold in the United States. It would have probably been a worldwide hit. I'm not sure how it was sales in other parts of the world, but I think it's a very attractive car. We had a minivan for Mercedes Benz, and it was like a stretched look, but the front end was a little different. I guess the A class we also did not have it in the United States, and must be a reason why. Also because of the profit, it was not a profitable vehicle here in the United States, which is quite sad. I think you know we could drive a small car from a luxury brand. Why not? I don't find nothing wrong with that. All right, guys. Hopefully, you're enjoying this video as much as I enjoy making it. Please don't forget to give me a beautiful thumbs up. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Take care of yourselves more than ever, as I always say. And goodbye.